This is the CBS Evening News. And good evening, I'm Deborah Norville reporting. Vicki Van Meter is already the youngest.
This is the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather and Connie Chung.
Good evening. Dan has the night off. Following the flight path of Amelia Earhart, 12-year-old Vicki Van Meter today became the youngest female pilot to cross the Atlantic. Flying with an instructor at her side, Vicki battled ice on the wings on the last leg from Iceland to Scotland. The sixth grader from Pennsylvania says the secret of her success is setting goals and sticking to them.
She's coming out.
I completed the trip, so I'm happy that I completed it. So.
How do you rate your achievement?
It's hard to say stuff about yourself, you know, like describe yourself. I don't know. I'm just happy that I did it. So.
What was the flight like?
The flight was okay, but we were up above the clouds and at like 13,500 feet, and after a while I started to get like really tired, and it was hard for me to breathe because we didn't have extra oxygen. And so I'm glad that we were pretty close to Scotland. And then,
Has it been much harder than you thought it would be?
Well, I always thought it'd be hard, and it was really hard. So, I mean, it was a hard trip.
Do you feel you've done it on your own?
Well, a lot of people helped me get here. Like a lot of people helped me get to Scotland. I mean, who taught me to fly and all that. So I didn't do anything by myself.
Just thinking of the flight, there was somebody with you on the flight, but do you feel you did the flight all on your own?
Well, I did fly the flight all on my own, but I mean, people helped me get here, like helped me teach me how to fly and taught me how to fly and all that. So.
Why did you decide to land in Scotland?
Well, because it seemed like a nice stop to go to Scotland and all that. So
What was it like flying over all that water? Was that scary?
No, it wasn't scary. Actually, it was sort of exciting because one time we had ice on the wings, so we couldn't climb anymore. So we had to descend, and so we descended pretty low. We were like 1,000 feet over the ocean, so that was pretty neat.
Did you get airsick at all?
No, I didn't get airsick, so it was a nice flight.
You do sometimes, though.
Sometimes I do.
Are you going to learn to drive a car now?
Yeah. So, when I'm 16.
What do you think is the secret of your success?
I don't know. I set goals for myself, and I like to complete those. So I think setting goals is a good thing.
Would you advise other 12-year-olds to follow your example?
Well, maybe in another field if they like something else to do. But it's important to set goals in life, and so that's what I like to do. So.
What are you going to do next?
Well, it's hard. I still haven't finished the trip yet. I'm gonna fly to Frankfurt, Germany. So, and it's hard to concentrate on another goal after you already haven't completed the one I set. But I just think I'm gonna maybe fly once a month and not do anything else really big. So.
Do you have to go back to school now?
Well, school ended on Friday, so that's a good thing. Otherwise, I'd be missing all the school.
Do you feel you've made history today?
Not really. I mean, I like to fly, and I set a goal for myself, and I really didn't care about a record or anything like that. I like the challenge of flying across the ocean. So.
What do you feel that flying has given you?
Let's see. Well, it's taught me that setting goals is good for yourself, because I mean I've learned a lot in flying, and I mean when I set goals for myself, then I'd have to work harder and harder towards it. So.
What have you learned about yourself?
About myself? I really don't know about that. So it's hard to describe yourself and stuff like that.
Were you frightened or scared at any point on the flight?
No, I wasn't scared at all. So I just thought it was really neat and interesting. So.
I think neat and interesting would be an understatement.
Well, it was really exciting, so I liked it.
What was the best point of the flight?
The best point? Let's see. I don't know. I mean, I like the whole flight, but it was pretty neat going in through the fjords and all that in Greenland. So that was neat. But then coming in here, I've never been over in Scotland before, so I think that was pretty neat.
What do you plan to do? Do you plan to stay in Scotland for any length of time?
Well, we're leaving tomorrow morning to go down to London, and then we're going to go over to Paris and Brussels, Belgium, and all that, and then I'll end the trip in Frankfurt, Germany. So.
What do you think of people who say it's amazing that somebody who's only 12 years old could do this?
Amelia Earhart inspired me somewhat, and so I admire her, and I admire a lot of people. So.
You presumably don't want to follow.
No, I don't. I mean.
What do your friends think of you?
They think it's pretty exciting. So they all came out to the airport when I left and all that. And so they're pretty. They like threw me a big party and stuff. So.
You say you like to set goals for yourself.
You still there, Vicky? Hang on. In you go. Do you want to go and do your bit?
Okay, you're a minor, so I have to do this.
Yeah.
Hi, you have time to make him happy?
Pour it out then.
Whoa. I don't know if we know where that plate's to. No, is that real champagne?
Could you try and grab it and shaking it around?
Okay, let's shake it up. You want some more
photo, right? I'm going now with it.
The flight, there were a couple of points in the flight where we had to make some unexpected changes in our altitude due to icing conditions, and that can develop into an emergency situation if it's not handled immediately.
So it was, there were a few frightening points.
A little bit. We had to change altitudes. So we went down low on the leg between Canada and Greenland to melt the ice off, and then coming into Glasgow, we had to go up to 13,000 feet to stay out of the icing.
Tell me, did she do the journey? You were sitting next to her. Did she pilot the journey on her own?
Absolutely. Vicky did every portion of the journey. She took the plane off, landed it, flew in or out, did all the communications with air traffic control, did the navigating, and handled every portion of it just like a licensed pilot would.
She's it's an amazing feat for a 12-year-old.
That's right. It's unprecedented as far as I can tell, and I think it's inspiration to people everywhere to strive for their goals and go after their dreams, no matter what they are.
And despite the few points you had on the journey, her handling of the aircraft was fine?
Oh, she handled it excellent. She did a very good job in all respects.
Where can she possibly go from here?
From here, well, you'll have to ask her that question. I mean, whatever she sets her sights on, I'm sure she'll be able to attain it.
I take it in your flying experience you've never seen anyone like her at such a young age?
No, I never have. I mean, she's quite a girl. I mean, she's an excellent student. She picks up on all the instructions and handles the plane just like a pro.
Over here, please.
Just trying to please everybody, you know. Well, just those guys are saying, you know.
One side. Yeah, one side.
Stay there, Vicky.
Vicky.
And look to the front. Just look to the front.
This is Walt Lighting in New York. Vicky, a lot of us here at CBS watched you via satellite as you landed your plane in Scotland, and we just want to say congratulations.